John McClain, Hall of Fame columnist with us, 365 Sports. John, last night, a couple of Monday night games. I'm not so sure I like having two on Monday, and especially the way that second one ended with the Bears in Washington. But there's already, another coach fired early in the NFL with Tennessee and the Titans. Did they not have Mike Vrabel at one point?
Yeah, of course they had Mike Vrabel. He took them to the playoffs 3 out of 4 years, AFC championship game. He got an extension after he was named coach of the year, and then he had a mediocre year and a bad year, and they fired him. Now he's coming to Nashville with a 4-2 record and has first place in the AFC South because of their tie-breaking win over Buffalo. And with him coming back to Nashville, it's going to be like Lombardi coming back to Green Bay. He's going to get a hero's welcome. And we all knew Brian Callahan was going to be fired. He was not a head coach. He didn't know the rules. His clock management was terrible. He's one of those guys, better assistant coach. Cam Ward, the first-round pick, was not showing enough improvement. They didn't have to win games, but they were not showing any kind of growth. And Mike McCoy, who was the Chargers head coach for 4 years, he's the interim, and they'll try to get a new one. I suggested John Gruden if they want to get attention. They're moving into a new stadium in 27. They need to sell suites and tickets, and I think somebody like Cliff Kingsbury will be leaving Washington for his second head coaching job. This time they'll want a proven play caller, not an offensive coordinator, from a team in which the head coach called the plays.
John, you are familiar with the Adams family, not just the old sitcom, but Bud Adams and his offspring. What is do you see any differences in the way that he did things and the way that they currently do things now, or do they pretty much do it like Bud did it?
That's a very interesting question, Paul, because Bud at times in his life would fire coaches every other year. Amy Adams Strunk is prone to listening to the people she hired. She fired their general manager, John Robinson, in the middle of the 22 season. People still don't know why. She hired 49ers personnel director Rand Carthon. He came in, backstabbed Mike Vrabel to get him out after a year. He hired Brian Callahan. Then Rand Carthon was backstabbed to get out a guy named Chad Brinker who'd come in from Green Bay. Then she gave Chad Brinker final say. He hired Mike Begonzi from the Chiefs as general manager. And when your two bosses did not hire you and your team is terrible and you don't know the rules and your clock management's terrible, you are not long for the NFL head coaching world, and that's what happened to Brian Callahan. So Amy was really popular up there when they were winning. She was out. She hung out with fans, but now she's withdrawn, of course, because she's getting crucified by the fans and the media, many of whom wanted Vrabel fired in 2023. So she's got two people in place running the show. She should listen to them. All owners should listen to the people they're paying a lot of money to make the hard decisions. If they make the wrong decisions, fire them. Don't try to do it yourself. Don't be a Jerry Jones.
John, I know a multi-Super Bowl winning coach who's already wearing kind of a shade of Titan blue that might be available for the Titans if they're interested.
And who is that?
Well, Bill Belichick, of course.
Oh, they're not hiring Bill Belichick. Brad, give me. They'd be better off hiring Jordan Hudson than Belichick. Belichick, you talk about a coach tarnishing his image for the longest time. It was, is it Bill or is it Tom? Well, we know pretty clear it's Tom. It was Tom. And now Belichick's career is going straight down the toilet. And it is tarnishing his image. He will get in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but he will never get another NFL job, and he will never get another college job. If he wants to continue working, he'll have to go back into the media, which is what he did last year.
John, how many games overseas, in your opinion, not with what we see, but in your opinion, is the right number?
because all the games they play overseas, and they want to go to China, and they will. Of course, it's done to expand the brand, but the reason they're doing as many is because of gambling. We as a country are way behind other countries around the world when it comes to gambling. You know, you can sit on a toilet in England and gamble on something. And and so the NFL will never admit that, but because there's so many hundreds of billions involved in gambling, that's why they're playing around the world. And I think now, for the first time, I believe there will be a Super Bowl in a country like London. We won't like it, but will we watch it? Of course we'll watch it. They want to attract more people, and what's coming also, every team will have to play a game every year in another country, and that way everybody will be giving up the same number of home games. And you know, it's worked. I mean, there's nobody who'll sit there and say it doesn't work, because every game sells out in a matter of minutes. I wonder I've always wondered what price could you put on the cheapest Super Bowl ticket and not sell it? Is it $2,000, $5,000? I've always wondered about that.
John, I actually heard Bob Sturm, a radio host up in Dallas, go along with the idea of, like you said, everybody's going to be mandated to play an international game, and that early morning window will become the new TV window where everybody plays an international, like, Sunday morning game across the league, and that's the new TV window that they could then sell to networks to build off of. Like, well, what else can we? Well, let's have a brand new TV window Sunday morning to Sunday night. What do you think about that possibility?
Oh, that's definitely not a possibility. That's coming. That's part of that. Yeah. Every team plays overseas. And I'm eager to see what happens in China, the largest stadium. Now, I can't imagine this would count. North Korea has a stadium for 150,000 for soccer. And we have no idea if they fill it up. If they don't, they lie about it. But they're not going to North Korea. They're going to go to China, and they're going to go to Beijing or Shanghai. And I Google and look at the largest stadiums around the world, and it gives me an idea where the NFL's going, if those stadiums are in good shape. And right now, everybody wants the NFL. And I'm not saying it's going to overcome soccer around the world, but the inroads that the NFL has made is shocking to people who never thought there would be the interest that there is, because those places, they know really one sport, soccer. They may know rugby or cricket, but it's soccer. It's like if we knew one sport here, then we'd all be fanatical about that sport. But I think it's great for the game. I'm for anything that gets more TV more TV football, whether it's college or the NFL.
John, did you hear Jerry Jones saying he's really happy with the pass rushers he has and the defense he has in we've got them right where we want them kind of vibe, lulled into a false sense of security with a terrible defense?
That's the second dumbest thing I've heard Jerry say in 2 weeks. The other one was that his middle finger accidentally extended itself. And then now this one, we all know his defense is terrible, and he knows it. And I'm trying to figure out, when I saw a list of Rico Dowdle's like last 10 games, including the games he had at Dallas, how well he's done, did they not bring him back because of money? You know, what did he get? $5 million? They wouldn't give him $5 million to come back. And I'm just stunned. He wouldn't even have started if it wasn't for Chuba Hubbard getting hurt. But did the Cowboys even try to bring him back?
Paul, you and I used to have a debate about this.
Now they said they made an offer. And look, I was of the opinion, because most of the time when the Cowboys bring somebody back like Rico Dowdle, it crashes horribly, because they like their own stink too much, and they're like, we got to have this guy. He's the best, but he wasn't really all that great for him last year. He was okay, but he wasn't this good. But yeah, they said they tried, but I don't think they really tried that hard.
Well, you know, they regret it, even though Williams has done well. Dowdle has been fantastic.
Yeah, his was it first time in forever, 200 total yards offense, back-to-back weeks. And I remember texting Paul a little bit, John, and thanks for your time today about I just liked him. He runs hard. And then again, does that mean you're going to wear yourself out? But my goodness, he has been spectacular with Carolina.
And the Carolina Panthers have a better record than the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your time, John.
Thank you, guys. Sick 'em Bears.
John McClain, Hall of Fame columnist with us Tuesdays